The Snatcher's Sun add-on is a handy little extension for Internet Explorer. When you run the setup application, the setup program will add a button to Internet Explorer so you can easily access it. However, Microsoft has made it a little hard to find that button, but here's how you can do it. It's actually located right here. And if you want it to be permanently visible, right-click on the toolbar, unselect Lock the Toolbars, and then drag the toolbar until you can see it. Lock it back when you've got it in place. Another way to access it is to go to the View menu, Explore bars, and then here you can see it under Snatcher's Sun. To open it, just click the button. Here you can see a list of all the dependencies that are on this web page. And this is what makes Snatcher's Sun so powerful. Instead of right-clicking and choosing to download files one by one, you can select them all at once in Snatcher's Sun and download with a single click. As you can see here, there's actually a lot of dependencies on this page. So to make things a little simpler, you can click on the file type column header to sort by file type. For example, now you can see that we've got all sorts of images that we can select. If we wanted to, we could click here, download, and download them all at once. One of the nice things about the Snatcher's Sun add-on is that as you browse, the add-on follows you. So for example, we can click on clips, look at all these movie clips. We can sort again by file type. And you can see that we've got a list of all the file types right here. If we're curious about what size they are, we can right-click and choose Query File Size. Sometimes websites give you this information, sometimes they don't. So when they don't, you can use this menu item. Before we go any further and start downloading, let's look at some of the toolbar items. This button here will give you quick access to your download folder. This one will let you change it. As you can see, we've selected the download folder, C:\download as our folder. Here is the all-important options dialog. It's a fairly simple dialog actually. There's some simple options like beeping whenever a file is downloaded. That can get really annoying really fast. If you want to be able to determine file sizes automatically, check this option, but as you can see, there's a suggestion to leave it off if you want better performance. For the options under the files grouping, there are three important ones that you should look at. The first one will overwrite any files that have the same file name. The second object is to sequence identical files, meaning that it will just simply add a number to the end of the file name so that you will not accidentally overwrite files. And then the third is to ignore identical files. The most common option is to choose sequence identical files. There's another option up here which allows you to reindex hyperlinks. This is basically only useful if you are downloading HTML files or any sort of web documents. If you're just selectively downloading files like images or video clips, you don't need to select this. In fact, I would suspect that most of the time you won't be using this. The download button allows you to download the files with just one click. Download to target is a handy button. For example, if we select all of the image files and click download to target, we can give a download target folder name. And when we press OK, a folder called Simpsons Clips will be created underneath the download folder, and all of our files will be downloaded there. Let's start doing some downloading. I'll just click the download button, and you can see that the queue starts. The little bouncing spider indicates that files are being downloaded. Now, you'll notice that this button is enabled now. This is the Stop Downloading button. If we wanted to stop downloading, we could press this button. Over here, you have the online help, which simply will launch a web page for you to get help with the application. And then finally, the About box is here. But let's say, for some reason, I want to stop downloading all of these files. Sometimes you just have to be patient and wait for the download queue to finish. If we want to resume downloading, we just click Download Again. As the download continues, maybe we get bored and we want to have a look at our download progress. Look at all the files we've downloaded. Pretty good.